Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and in today's video, we are going to be continuing our Top 25 Stats series with the Top 25 Kingdoms for the month of July here in 2024. Now, major shifts have happened in the power increases, and this is mainly due to kingdom capacities being increased prior to Season of Strife for those 119 kingdoms going in to the most recent KVK season and storyline. Due to this, we've seen the bottom and the middle of the pack power increases that you'll be seeing throughout the video largely improve, along with minor, but still significant improvements on the top end. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you throw us up, because it helps out a lot. Now, important disclaimers to get out of the way. Number one, this data was collected over about a 12-hour period, 12 to 14-hour period from the 18th going into the morning of the 19th. Number two is that, remember, any data that you see here, whether it's a screenshot or if it's the text numbers that we have shown, can fluctuate and most likely will be different by the time you go and look in game after watching the video. Number three is that if you do want to get access to the sheet, which is our public top stat sheet, that will be available as always 24 hours after this video releases, where I will port the data over from the master over onto the public sheet. And if you want to get access to that, join the Discord, link to that in the pinned comment description down below, where you'll go to reaction roles, you'll go callofdragons here on the left, which I think is now, I have to update these. Well, it's fourth from the left. We'll update that in a bit. And then you'll select Call of Dragons. Now, whether this pops out for you or not, if it doesn't, you'll click on it, you'll go to COD Data Stats, and it's going to be the top one here where it says Top Stats Global. Okay. With that, and I think hopefully most of the important stuffos out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the goods. Starting with number 25. We have Kingdom 68. This is GG's Kingdom, or Gilded Guardians. Now, I don't think this is the same GG, but we'll just go with this. So, again, they come in at 20.67 billion power from Kingdom 1. Or excuse me, where the top power is 13.8 billion. Hang on, sweetie, I'll tell you in a sec. And they have two active alliances right now. Range is 13.7 billion. I also will be adding differentials, which is basically the plus or minus and the movement for kingdoms that have gone up or down as we go month to month. And I'll probably at the earliest do this next month, mainly just because the fact is that the kingdom capacities have increased so much. I want to wait until we have all the other kingdoms, or at least a decent bit more, getting to that point as well, so we have at least a little bit more stabilization on the market. Then let's get to number 24. Kingdom 60. They come in here at 20.69 billion power. They have one active alliance. This is also Echo's group. So again, everyone can blame SOD for the 24th position ranking with that in mind. Range here is 18.16. Now keep in mind, the range is where we look at the top 7, right? So keep in mind, right, we do the top 7 kingdoms or alliances in a kingdom, and we just add their total power together. The range is from Alliance 1 to rank 7, and what does that power differential look like? Let's get to number 23. We have Kingdom 156. They come in at 20.7 billion power, with top power being 8.8 billion. Again, at the time that we pulled, remember, we always pull it first, then we go back for screenshots. We have the range, which is 8.8 billion, and there's two active alliances here for BNR and BRH. Then we get to number 22. We have Kingdom 221 coming in at 20.79 billion power. Top is 9.37. They have two active alliances here. We can see SWS, SWW for the Southern Fam. Getting to number 21, we have Kingdom 218, which is 20.89 billion power. Top power came in a little bit over 12 bill. Two active alliances here. This is AMZ and AMZ2 for Amazon. Let's get to number 20. As we break into the top 20, we have Kingdom 147, 21 billion power, breaking that 21 bill threshold. Came in at 11.38 billion power for top alliances, and two actives here. We got LIT, Lit, and BRN for Burn It Down. Every time I see Lit, I just think of my boy Lewis Lit from the hit TV show Suits, who says you're about to get lit up. And he also has coffee mugs made. I need to get one. Number 19, we have Kingdom 140, 21.2 billion power. Top alliance power was 9.8 bill. We have two active alliances here. We have NN and F2P, No Name, and Warmongers. Now we get to number 18. This is Kingdom 7. 21.79 billion power. And at number 1, we have 12.37 billion for top alliance. 2 active alliances here, which is TC the Continental and TCX Continental. That was lackluster. Let's go to number 17. We have Kingdom 205 here, 21.79 billion power. Top alliance power was 11.5 at time of capture. 2 active alliances. We have IM squiggly E and IM squiggly D. This is the Immortal fam. Let's get to number 16. Kingdom 225, 22 billion power. We have 10.4 bill for top alliance at time of capture. 2 active alliances. This is IMW and IMN. Now you might be wondering, 225 and this one is interesting, IME and IMD from 205. Yes, that is not a coincidence, and yes, they are different kingdoms. But hey man, Immortal's just a popular name, I guess. Number 15, as we break into the top 15 at number 20, at 15, Kingdom 29, 22.46 billion power. At number 1, 13.7 at time of capture. 2 active alliances. We have ROE, Rise of Elites, and ROB, Rise of Bandits. At number 14, we have, Kingdom 86, 22.5 billion power. Top alliance power was 10.6 at time of cap. 2 active alliances. We have EXG and EXGG, so Exiled Gods and Exiled Guard. And then let's get to number 13, Kingdom 229, coming in at 22.8 billion power. 15 bill, which is for top alliance at time of cap. We have 2 active alliances here, SSG, and IMB, so Shinsei, Sige? Saga? Someone will let me know. IMB, and then we have Immortal Biscuits. So again, Immortal's pretty popular. Number 12. We have Kingdom 48, 23.1 billion power here. Top alliance, almost 13 bill. Get a little agua there. We have 2 active alliances here. So we have OKS, One Night Stands, and #DK, #Dragons Keep. Okay, number 11, which is Kingdom 110, 23.2 billion power. Top alliance, 12.8 bill. 2 active alliances here. We have ROG and ROV, so Ronin Guard and Ronin Vanguard. Now we get to the top 10. We are getting close, fam. Salud, sweetie. We have 23.46 billion. At number 1 alliance was 10.55 at time of cap. At 2 active alliances here, we have LNV for Lunar Wolves and GNJA for Most Wanted Outlaws. Number 9, Kingdom 41, coming in at 24.3 billion power. Top alliance was 19.68 bill at time of cap. We have 1 active alliances here, which is BDO Blood Oath. Shout out to my boy Dez. Number 8, we have Kingdom 30, 24.6 billion power. 16.7 bill at time of cap for top alliance. We have 2 active alliances. Sweetie, you can go. Be back by 1. Okay? Love you. Alrighty. This is #NA Nova Avengers, and then we have hyphen NA hyphen Nova Avengers and hyphen TK hyphen the Avengers Night for the active alliances there. Number 7, we have Kingdom 84, which is, okay, that felt good. 25 billion power, exceeding that threshold. Top alliance was almost at 15 bill. Again, that was at time of cap. 2 active alliances here. We have A Squiggly C and D Squiggly C, or ACDC, great band. Angels of Chaos and Demons of Chaos. Let's get to number 6. We have Kingdom 81, 25 billion power. Breaking the 25 bill through. Oh, sorry, I think that might have been previous. 13.3 bill for top alliance. We have 2 active alliances here, DBB and DBR, so Dusk Bamboo Bandits and Dusk Bamboo Rebels. Number 5. Top Fizzer, Kingdom 57, 26.3 billion power. Top alliance was at 14.5 bill at time of capture. Active alliances is 2. We have NF57 and SR57, Nightfall and Sunrise. Let's get to number 4Z. The big 4.0 with decimals, 28.35 billion power. Number 1 alliance is 18.68 bill at time of cap. We have 2 active alliances here, BXS and SXB. I see what you did there. Blood Oath Syndicate, Blood Oath Sparrows. What they should have done, I just want to point this out, missed opportunity, they should have done Syndicate Oath Blood. It would have been better. At number 3, we have Kingdom 5, 28.45 billion power. Top alliance was 24.4 bill at time of cap. One active alliance here. This is no war. Number 2, we have Kingdom 61. Let me say the kingdom number first, boss, before we go to the alliances. 31.23 billion power. Top alliance here with 16.75 bill at time of cap. 2 active alliances. We have EIS and EIL, Eminence and Shadow and Eminence and Light. Then we get, and I just want to point out, right, previous was 28.452, 28.3, 26, right? You're seeing the ranges are pretty close here, right? Okay. 28.45 to 31, right? So you're looking at almost a 2.75, 2.7 bill increase. Let's get to numero uno. Numero uno is Kingdom 23. 37.25 billion power. Top alliance was a little over 16 bill at time of cap. We have 2 active alliances here, TFS and AFS, the Freak Show and Ancient Freak Show. And again, at one point they did have 3 active alliances, but it looks like they're kind of funneling into 2 vanguards now. Jump here is almost 6 bill, right? A little bit over 6 billion from number 2 to 1. Intense stuff. Again, if we look at previous threshold, right, when we capped this a month ago, a little over a month ago, it was 21.8, right? And you can see here that Kingdom 110 was the number 1 kingdom at the time. So again, 21.8, we've seen almost a 15.5 billion increase in a month. It's nuts. If we go back down to number 25, this is what I was talking about when we look at where the increases came from, right? So you're seeing that increase, and look at the bottom, look at the bubble side. 13.8, 20.6, that's almost a 7 billion increase on the bubble at 25, which I would argue is a little bit more significant than the top end, because you're having to kind of rise, that tide is kind of lifting all the boats, if you will, from that kind of top, like the top, bottom, middle of the pack, if you will. And so to see those numbers, again, increasing to the point of where now we're at, again, approaching 40 bill for kingdom power. Now, keep in mind, again, this is summed up power. This is not pure, active and or fighting power, right? So if we, for example, did the top 300 or like the top 300 players power combined, if we did maybe top 4 or 5, top 600, that would be a little bit more accurate. If we set certain maybe minimums, if we were going off of like looking at, okay, well, how many players over 50 mil, 30, 40, 25, right? Even that, we could start getting a little bit more detailed with breakdown. And then even more so, if we looked at, a good example would be if we looked at how many players were, depending on their power level, growing, right? So if we looked at things like growth rates, that I think would be even a little bit more accurate, where if we took, for example, the top 300 players per kingdom, and we looked at what was their growth rate from 1 month to the next month, or even if we looked at it weekly, right, to try and get a gauge on like what, because again, keep in mind, you could look at your top 300, but what happens if only 150 of those players are actually consistently growing by a large enough margin where you'd say, okay, they're active, right? You could even go off helps, like when they're getting online, how many helps are they giving? What's their general power growth? How many, what does their donations look like? How much resources are they gathering? I mean, there's other factors you can use to apply for carving out general activity. But if we're just going off of and trying to keep things simple, we could just go off of power as a soft gauge for that. But that would be one way that we could really determine to see how many total players are not only active in the kingdom, but then out of that activity, what is the power makeup? And I think that is something that would be a little bit more kind of that fighting, punching power that we've done and talked about for the top 3 KVKs going into their most recent SOS season. So with that in mind, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think down below. That's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.